Okay, there you go.
I was just going to let that music play for a little bit.
Okay.
It's so soothing.
Yeah.
Love it.
The best part of the show?
Best part of the show is the
music.
beginning and the end.
The music intro.
When you know it's about to start, the music, boom, boom, boom. It's
Yeah.
so chill. And then you get to the end, you hear it again, you're like, oh gosh, finally.
Yeah, the relief of
They're gonna be done
it's finally
talking.
over.
And here's that wonderful summer vibes music.
Yeah. I like it. I like
anyway,
it.
what's up, guys and gals? It's me. It's James.
Right?
My buddy Chad.
And that's me.
This is Bud's Verse. Appreciate you guys for stopping by for another, let's see, what do we call this?
Installment.
Another installment, life-changing
Yeah.
recording that will one day change
yeah.
the current the events of history, I guess.
Yeah. Life-changing.
The course of history, not the events. Dummy.
Life-changing podcast.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Life-changing.
Yeah, and we had a new listener.
Yes.
Man of Isle.
Isle
of
of
Man.
Man.
I had it said it backwards. Sorry.
Yeah.
Isle of Man.
Yes.
Of Man.
Isle of Man.
M-A-N.
Which I didn't know even existed
Never heard of it.
until it popped up, and we have a listener there.
It's
so
right off the coast of England.
Yeah.
Or in
England.
Is that right?
Yeah.
UK.
So we're in the UK.
UK. There
somewhere
you go.
around in there.
I always say that wrong. I apologize, UK listeners. I lump everybody into the same thing.
Yeah. We do have some UK
Europe.
listeners.
We do.
Yes.
Yes, we do. What's
do,
up?
We do.
We need Ireland. We need
Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland to you.
I need Ireland, Scotland.
That is so touristy, and I
Those are
apologize.
my people.
We need some
My
Scotland.
heritage.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Need some UK. Spain would be cool.
Yeah.
France. I don't think French would like us very
Well,
much.
plus
but
we
you
need
never know.
all the United States. Because we
We love
are
you,
in
French,
states,
French.
but there's some states that we haven't got into yet.
Oh, yeah.
That we
Maybe-
need more.
Maybe we should conquer America first.
Yeah, conquer America
Mm.
first.
No, I'm going to Spain. I'm out. No, just kidding.
Maybe other countries can tolerate us more than our own.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping, actually. I know I don't do well
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Maybe we'll be big over there. The David Hasselhoff of podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hasselhoff. He's really big in Germany.
Exactly.
Maybe we could be big in Germany.
We could.
I don't care. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to Bud's Verse. Today we're going to talk about quirks.
Quirks.
But
Yeah.
before we get into quirks, Chad has a bunch of them.
Yes, I do.
I have one.
You have a lot.
I
too.
have a lot.
You have some.
Before we do that, today's a national day of something. Let's remind the people of what the date is and what today's national day of. We pre-record these, by the way.
Yes.
I'm sure that's obvious to you guys, but in case you didn't know, this is pre-recorded. We try to release it day of,
Yes.
but sometimes we've been off. But I think today we're going to release day of.
Right.
We're going to change our release days here pretty soon, but
And it's June 7th.
we'll let you know when that's coming. Today is
everybody know.
June the 7th.
Yeah. So
6/7/22.
So if you're listening to this on a day that isn't June 7th, then these are not
Then it won't count as
applicable
much.
to you any longer. But today is June 7th, and it is National Chocolate Ice Cream Day.
Yes!
National Chocolate Ice Cream. So if you are a chocolate fan,
Mm-hmm.
go out there and get some ice cream. 'Cause
Yeah.
today's the day to celebrate that.
You.
It's awesome.
Well, it's great, but go
yeah,
ahead.
chocolate is good. It's not my
Chocolate
favorite.
ice cream is okay. Not my favorite,
I'm
but
a
I honestly
vanilla.
would rather have it than the what stores call vanilla now.
Right.
Old-fashioned vanilla, I'm all about it.
Vanilla.
Homemade
Vanilla.
vanilla, but like I like chocolate out of a tub.
My ice cream choices are very chuggy.
Chuggy? Yeah.
I'm
You
very
just stuck on it.
mainstream.
Mainstream.
Just give me vanilla. Keep all your other junk. Just
Vanilla
give
is
me
not
vanilla.
mainstream. Vanilla is
mainstream.
not mainstream.
It is too.
It's like the most hated, probably.
No, you're wrong. Vanilla.
You're wrong.
Vanilla is loved everywhere.
Certain kinds, vanilla bean.
That's why vanilla
if you just take
ice
vanilla
picked that
ice
name.
cream and set
It's
it
not
there,
chocolate ice.
and now give me some chocolate ice.
Yeah, that's why Vanilla Ice picked his name. Because vanilla is universal. Everybody loves vanilla.
Had nothing. He was white
So
in a dominant black guy
there is no
industry.
chocolate ice.
Vanilla ice. You're an idiot.
Chocolate ice.
You amaze me.
Vanilla.
Here's your quirk. Your quirk.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Exactly. We'll go get right into
Chocolate
it.
ice.
But yeah, so go out and get some. There's no chocolate ice. Okay. But no, celebrate Chocolate Ice Cream Day. Go out and get you an ice cream cone. That was last episode. It's also National Oklahoma Day. Oklahoma Day.
Oklahoma.
The great state of Oklahoma.
Wait, is that how you say that song?
What?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
I had a friend in Alaska. He was from Oklahoma. I used to pick on him. He was an OU fan. I was a UT fan, so we get to pick on each other quite a bit. And he would just walk in the room singing that song. I can't get it. I never knew I would know so many words to that song. And it's a bit of a rivalry, Texas and Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help
Big
it.
rival.
I try not to be too disrespectful or anything. It is just a state, by the way.
Right.
I mean, it's not that we're still American. We're just, there's a line.
Sure.
It's called the Red River, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't take it too far.
Well,
but I like to pick on him because he and I had a good little rivalry thing going.
I lived in Oklahoma for a while.
Oklahoma.
And
with something.
Shout out to the Chickasha Nation.
Good job.
That's where I was. But Oklahoma. Celebrate Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Day. Oklahoma, you have a day.
Sooners and Cowboys. That's the college teams, the big ones. So.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Oklahoma State Cowboys. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So Moving on. It's a sore subject, Oklahoma, to Texas folk. But we do have Oklahoma listeners, so we're celebrating you today. Yeah. This one is weird. This one had to be around for a long time now because it's also National VCR Day.
VCR Day.
Now, for our younger folks.
How many of you still have a VCR?
A VCR.
How many of you have ever used a VCR?
Let's describe what it is. The younger generation
is the cassette tape of the movie industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I grew up on VCR tapes. Yeah. Many of our listeners probably did too.
Yep.
Grew up on VCR, and if you wanted to, have a movie, you recorded it. You waited until it come on TV. You recorded it, and usually fit about 3 movies, depending on how long.
Yeah.
On the tape.
3 to 4, depending on your recording speed. You can manipulate it in a way you can probably fit 4 on there sometimes. But majority 3.
Whoever wrote the title on the side.
Yeah.
Had to decipher their writing. What is that?
Yeah.
What does that say?
Who wrote? Is that a Terminator?
Exactly.
Or they couldn't spell it all?
Yeah.
The Termite?
The Termite? I don't remember that movie, The Termite.
I've never seen. Is that a scary movie? I thought it was scary as all get out. This machine is in a dude.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. But VCR Day. So if you have a VCR, break that bad boy out and watch The Termite.
Oh, man. My dad used to do that. He would record so many movies on those little VHS tapes. We had so many. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He, I don't know. Oh, gosh. There's no way that's... I'm sure... I know it's illegal now.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, I didn't really pay attention to it, but...
Yeah.
But he didn't profit off of it. He just kept it for himself or whatever.
Yeah.
And we never sold. It never even left the house, really. But he cherished those bad boys. We had, hundreds.
Yeah.
And each one had 3. So, we had a lot of them. And, if we needed to borrow one, I'm going to take it to my friend's house. We're going to watch this movie.
Yeah.
At first, you'd have to check, see what movies were on there.
Right.
And he would, write it down. I want this back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you had to be pretty high in his graces to even get to take it. Dad, we're going to take, Ninja Turtle. He would record little things for me.
Right.
I'm going to take Batman, part 1. I'm going to take with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
I'm going to take Batman over to so-and-so's house, and we're going to watch it tonight. Let me see it. And he would give me, this long talk, how to be responsible. And,
take care of it.
Because it was so easy to record over it.
Oh, I know.
And, don't you dare remove these, or don't, he'd remove the tabs. He'd be like, don't you dare, do something stupid, record over this. Never would I ever.
Right.
Dad. Anyway, VCR Day. Sorry.
VCR Day. And
flashbacks.
One of the things that always is synonymous with VCRs is no one ever knew how to set the time on a VCR.
Oh, yeah.
It always flashed 12.
12 o'clock.
Always.
On the dot.
And some people claim that they figured it out, but we have no evidence of it on the planet
right.
that anybody ever figured out how to figure out how to set a VCR clock.
Yeah. My grandmother just recently, like, when she was very good at VCRs, and, like, I'd come over and see that there was a time on there, and I would think, like, how is that even possible?
Right.
Because I grew up like you. Like, it always flashed 12.
Right.
We never wasted not 1 second did we waste trying to figure out how to set that clock. Yeah. Who cares? There's a clock on the wall, you know, or you have a watch on. Like, why on earth would I need my VCR to tell the time?
Right.
But yeah, I went over there at her house a couple times. I'm like looking at the time, like, that's funny. You plugged this in exactly 8 hours ago, or you know, something like that. And then she's like, that's the time, dummy. I look at the clock. Oh my gosh, how'd you do that?
You're a genius.
Yeah, my grandma's a genius. It was Reese, by the way. She was a genius. She was very smart. Way too smart. But anyway. But I agree with you. Like, it was just, it was understood. 12 o'clock.
Right.
Everyone's house is at 12 o'clock.
So you could knock this whole day of celebration out if you got you a bowl of chocolate ice cream and watched Oklahoma on VHS.
There you go.
Celebrate the whole day.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Oklahoma is a movie?
Yeah, it's
a Broadway
musical
play, right?
Yeah, but I think it's a movie. I think you can watch it.
You think they've made one?
I think so.
Well, sure they have.
Yeah. It's been around for a long time. Surely somebody has put that in a movie form. Yeah.
They made it
by now. Yeah.
Surely they made an Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm sure they made something Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Right.
Anyway. Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, happy National All Those Things Day.
All Those Things Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
So that sets the mood.
That sets the mood. We spent 12 minutes talking about VCRs, chocolate ice cream, and what was the other one? Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So very sorry for that.
No, it's what the people want. We're just giving them what they want.
I don't think anybody asked for
people
us to talk
are
about
tuning in
Oklahoma
today, and they're like, man, I hope they're talking about chocolate ice cream today.
Yeah.
I knew that's what they were thinking.
Yep.
That's why we gave it to them.
You're a genius, bro. Forget my grandma. You're a genius. You're the genius.
Chocolate ice.
Yeah.
That's what my rapper name.
Chocolate ice. Yeah. Chocolate ice. Moving on. Quirks. That's what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
Quirks. Good ones and bad ones out there.
Yes.
I have some that I really love that I think are hilarious or just neato Frito. Like, I don't mind.
Right.
Or I actually agree with.
Yes.
I don't, whatever.
Yeah.
Then there's some that just make me, like, infuriate me.
Right.
Or make it
cringy.
Very angry.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Irritate.
And not angry. Angry is not the right word because it's not that serious.
Yeah.
But it affects me. And it puts me like in a bad. I'm kind of mad at the person.
Yes.
Instead of the quirk. And I don't know. I have a theory, but we'll talk about this at the end. Because this is something I have to get over, and it's something I'm working on. But I have quirks. I have my things I say too often, things I do too much of. Like, I mean, they're little. You call them quirks. Whether they're habits or whatever you want to call it, we'll call them quirks because it's a fun word, A.
Yeah.
And B, it's better than saying the stupid things we do.
Yeah, little uniquenesses.
Yeah.
That make us who we are.
Absolutely.
Form our personality.
The unique traits.
Yeah.
That make us
good,
us.
bad, ugly, everything in between.
Yeah. But the good thing about quirks is that they're not that unique. They're little things that we pick up.
Yes.
Along the way.
Yeah.
Mine, now, I don't like to do it out loud, right?
Okay.
But for nowadays, like burping, right? Or hiccup, or a burp, or a sneeze, something like that. My grandfather would sneeze so loud.
Yeah.
And we ask him all the time, like, why do you... That's so, like...
Yeah.
I mean, he would scream. It wouldn't just be like a
yeah. Just let it all
He
out.
would like... like, it'd be his chance to yell.
Right.
And we'd all be like... Everybody would laugh and like just look at him for a little while, like, why do you do it like that?
Right.
Why you do that?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, just... Get it all out. Like, just do it all at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just, like, you're screaming at everybody in the room for, like, that makes no sense. And the reason he did it was, like, he did it he said to get it all out there, but he did it to be funny.
Right.
But I mimicked him for so long doing it that I actually did that as a kid. Like, I couldn't stop it. And I didn't realize I was doing it. You know what I'm talking about?
You pick
it up. And then I changed and my sinuses did some weird stuff. So, like, I sneeze at everything now. And when I do, it's like multiple ones in a row.
Yeah.
So I don't do it anymore.
Which is annoying.
It is. I apologize. That's not my quirk.
But
it's my body.
It's something you can't control. Yeah. I mean, no one can control the amount of times they sneeze. My mom is like a 15 sneezer every time. And I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It's hilarious. Yeah. But another one would be like burping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would always say the word burp when I burped.
Oh.
Burp. Like that. I don't know why. But then I did it so many times because I know why. I was an immature teenager.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be funny. And it was. I was like, where I changed it to like Wyatt Earp. Like, I'd say Wyatt real loud, then like Earp.
Like, stupid. Why did he yell Wyatt?
I think it was like the commercial with the frogs. Bud.
Yeah, but
like, I changed it to Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
And it's just immature adolescent thing.
Exactly.
Kids then I did it so many times that I dropped the Wyatt and just said Earp, and then changed it to burp because that made why did you say Earp?
Right.
What is Earp? Oh, it's Wyatt Earp. Why are you saying Wyatt Earp?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know anything about him other than OK Corral, but
exactly.
Like in the movies that came out, I mean, I don't know. I just say it. I don't know. And then I got stuck, and to this day, like, I'll still, if I have a real loud burp, if I have to, burp.
Right.
Annoying. I don't even like it about myself.
I've never noticed this.
Thing. Yeah.
That's weird.
Because I do like I'm more mature.
And
I hold in my burps unless I just can't hold it, and then it happens before I think about it. So. But it's not too bad now.
Right.
I can kind of know it's coming, and I'm like, don't say burp, don't say burp, don't say anything. Just burp like a human being. Anyway, I don't know if you call it a quirk or not, but that's something about
anything that makes
me.
Everyone's got them. Everyone's got little things about them. If you're listening today, you do have them that you do that's just a little different than other people. And that's what we're talking about. Things that set you apart from the run-of-the-mill of your friends and everybody you know. And even though they set us apart, they're still universal. They're still little things that people do or say or little things that just make them them. It makes them who they are. And sometimes, like you said in the early time, in the beginning of this, that sometimes they're endearing.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's who they are. Oh. And then other times they're very annoying. And you're like, oh my gosh, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Quit that. But that's the unique thing about quirks is we got them. And I have a ton of them that we talk about all the time.
Yes.
That makes me.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked many times on the show about I narrate my life out loud.
Yep.
It's a quirk of mine. I don't know where I picked it up.
You do that alone?
Yeah.
Like by yourself you do that?
Yeah. Like
you talk out loud and everything?
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It is weird. I'm agreeing. It's weird.
I'm joking.
It's not that bad. I don't like silence. And even if I'm in the house by myself.
Even silence by yourself?
Yes.
Not a fan.
I will hum or I will whistle or I'll sing a song or I will make up a song or I will just, talk about what I'm doing and narrate my life. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a sandwich. You know what? I think I'm going to put this on this sandwich. Yeah. Whatever. And I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just talking to be talking.
Yeah.
But that's one of my quirks. And I get it. And, but that's one thing that just, even when we're playing sports, like me and you, you would laugh at me all the time when I'm playing basketball.
Yeah.
I narrate what I'm doing.
Everything.
Quirks,
guys, for the rebound.
I am my own announcer.
Yeah.
And
your own hype man, your own everything. Making up your own stats.
Exactly.
Great. Make up the score.
Exactly.
Make up it all. Yep.
But that's one of my quirks that makes me who I am. I also and I don't know if this would be a quirk, but we have food quirks, things that we do with our food.
Yeah.
That annoy each other.
Anger me so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're that far off. Now everybody does some things that are...
But I'm not off.
Okay, that's weird. But
yeah.
You are so wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You know. The way you do things, the way you've done a couple things. Nope. I don't know how we survived. Our friendship survived.
No, because...
It's terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's terrible.
It's not terrible.
Terrible.
One of the big things, like we always talk about, and we've probably mentioned this many times, but James always gets on to me about the way I eat a taco.
You're not eating a taco.
Yeah. Well, growing up,
it's not a taco.
We would always have
what
corn tortillas.
Abomination is
that we would put in grease and fry them, get them nice and soft, warm.
Yep. So far, you're doing good.
Yeah. And then what I would do, now, not my whole family, but I would do, is take American cheese, put it down
like
on the tortilla.
Single.
Kraft single, yeah, Kraft. Not cheap cheese.
That's not horrible. Well, it's cheap, but...
Well, I know, but it has to be name brand.
That part's not the horrible part.
But American cheese, because I'm an American person, so I eat American cheese.
Stupid.
So... I stick to my roots.
Yeah.
Stick to who I am.
Moving on.
So I put that down, and then I put the hamburger, and then I've never been a fan of vegetables. I don't like vegetables, so I never put lettuce or tomato or any onion or all that other stuff that goes on it. I've never done that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got my cheese and my meat, I put on ketchup and sour cream.
You're so gross.
And that is my taco.
You're a bad person.
That is my taco. And it tastes delicious.
You're a bad person.
And I know it makes other people cringe who do tacos the right way.
So
I understand. But it is delicious. And that's the way I eat a taco to this very day.
Ketchup and sour cream.
Blend together to make delicious flavor.
You're so gross.
It's not gross. It's amazing. And that's the way that I eat taco. Now that's my quirk on food. I have a lot of others, but we don't have time to go through every little thing that I do. But I do have these little quirks that make me.
It's so gross.
Yeah,
I can't get over it. I hate it when you talk about it. I can't get it out of my head. All I can think about is like ketchup and sour cream and how that just doesn't go.
It does go.
And I've seen you eat them.
I know.
So like I know what you're saying is true. Yes. You're not just saying it for shock value or to be disgusting.
It's delicious. Try it at home.
How he really is.
Try it at home. Let us know.
Don't do it.
It's amazing.
Don't tell people to do things like that. That's gross.
You don't know.
I do know.
You don't.
Go ahead. Moving on. What were you going to say?
No, I was saying, like, try it at home. Tell me if you think it's gross. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And you're not going to convince me otherwise either.
Right.
Because I'm set in my ways.
You know it's gross. You know it.
I'm set in my ways.
You've been in Texas long enough to know that's not how you eat a taco.
Nah. Texas ain't right about everything.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, sure. Yes, it is. All right. I have a quirk or two.
About me or about you?
No. You do have more, which some that are funny. The taco is my most hated. I can't stand it.
I know.
The narrating thing gets a little annoying only on certain days, but most time it's just funny, makes me chuckle.
Right.
But something my wife and I pointed out years ago, or I think I pointed it out, but my wife hates, not that you do it, but when you do it to her.
Yeah.
Chad likes to snap his fingers when he's talking right before he points.
Yep.
Like he'll snap and point, right? Snaps and point at the same time. Like
One
you and I, let's go to the store and we're gonna get some hamburger meat and we're gonna make some hamburgers. We're gonna barbecue.
Right.
To me, it was like, when I first met you, I was like, he snaps those fingers a lot.
Yeah.
I was okay. That's just part of his thing. And I was laughing about it with my wife, and then she brought it up, and then I laughed. We were talking about snapping, and then I mentioned how I can't snap at Megan because she will lose her stuff.
Right.
She'll lose her salvation. She can't handle it. Like if someone seriously snapped at her, like it's instant Cujo, like don't you dare snap at me. So And then Chad got wind of that, and then hey Megan.
Yeah, I'll snap at her all the time.
Snap, and she just stares at him for a little while. Like, I remember the first time he did that was so funny. Like, you looked at her, and you went, hey Megan, and she looked at you real quick, and she just kind of like, mouth open, like, what'd you say? Yeah. Are you snapping your fingers at me?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like one of my favorite little things. You need to do it more often, actually.
Yeah, to irritate her.
No, it's good. Just do it.
Megan.
I don't know if you can do it more often. You just do it so much.
Yeah.
Snap.
Yeah, but it's only in fun.
It's all good.
I just know that it irritates her, so I just do that.
Sorry, hon.
Yeah. Well, one of your quirks that I've brought up before is that I don't want to say that it doesn't really, I don't want to say irritate, because it doesn't irritate me at all. It just makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Is me and you have worked close together on a lot of different stuff. Whether it's cooking, whether it's putting something together, whether it's at our job, we've worked very closely together.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And James is a thinker.
Mm-hmm. Overthinker.
You are a thinker. Mm-hmm. And we'll get together and we'll be like, oh, we got to put together these shelves or whatever. And I'm like, all right. So we open the box, get it out. I'm like, there's instructions. Okay, what do we do? And you will sit there for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll look at the stuff that we just pulled out of the box. And then you'll look at the instructions. And then you'll look at the wall. And you'll look back at the stuff. And then you'll look at the instructions. And you'll go, oh, yeah. And you'll do that for like what seems to be an eternity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing? Yeah. I know you've read that. I know you understand it. I know. But you are a planner.
Yep.
And I know it's in your brain.
Yep.
And that's one thing that is one of your quirks. I'm thinking, okay, as soon as he's ready, we'll start.
Right.
But you're breaking it down in your brain, and I know you are.
I have to see it.
Yeah.
In my head before I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I have to think of it and imagine it and do it in my head first.
Yeah.
And then it makes sense to me. And then it's like, oh, okay, that's where that goes.
Yeah.
And I know that I can't talk to you about it.
Right.
Which is the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a narrator.
Right.
So, like, and if I would narrate, then you wouldn't be so lost or, like, waiting.
Right.
But if I ask you, it's always, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you don't, and it's okay. I'm not mad at it or anything. It's just, I can't talk to you about it because you're asking me, how do you do that? Or how does this happen? Or what is it, whatever. Let's put this thing together. Sure.
Right.
And it's like, you open it and you put it in front of me.
Yeah.
And not that I'm mad.
Right.
I'd rather do it. You know that about me. You know that if I don't let him, he's just going to bug me till he does it anyway. So here.
Right.
And it's fine. Then I look at the instructions, like, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I can't really, I don't know what, and I don't want to do it wrong.
Right.
Because, I mean, not only you're my friend, but, like, I want to do it right. I want to do a good job.
Right.
But I do have to see it in my head. I don't want to make Heather mad. Or I don't want to make whoever.
Whoever we're doing it for.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's like the IKEA.
Yes.
With the dressers. That was super fun.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where you have to, like, I don't want to have to take this thing apart again.
Yes.
There's so many pieces to it.
Right.
And you don't want to have to do it again. So I want to do it right the first time. I know Chad wants it done right. I know Heather wants it done right.
Right.
So it's like, go your pace, bro.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when we're at work and it's like time to put together stuff and you're like,
yeah.
The chair I'm sitting in is not comfortable. I know we're not going to have all the tools that I want / need. I should have just brought my own.
Right.
So then I sit there and read it until I think of a way to get through it faster or whatever. It's and I know it can be annoying because I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah.
But I can't just like jump in and start going, grab this and go. Go.
Yeah.
Because I will do it wrong and have to take it apart or like start over again.
Yeah,
so,
I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of just like, what is it? Okay, step 1. Let's do it.
What is a hammer?
Right, yeah, and just put get this stuff together. And then, like, by step 3, I'm like, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is going. This doesn't fit. That doesn't do it. And I have to go back. But that's me. Like, I just jump in and be like, let's get it going. And again, like, we do it, and you do it right, and that's cool. I think the hardest part for me is the whole silence thing. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, what are we doing? What you thinking? And you're just like, I got it. Hold on. And I'm like, all right. So I'm just over there humming or whistling in the corner or doing something, you know.
Every time if I start talking, you'll just go, okay. Or, I don't know. Sounds good to me. Like, there's no, like, I'm looking for feedback, and there's, it's always going to be positive. Yeah. It's always going to be like, bro, you got this. Exactly. Oh, we can do it. You can do this.
Right.
Oh, you got it. Or, I don't know. Okay, that sounds good to me.
Right.
So, why even talk about it? I just want to play it out in my head because, Chad, I don't want to, like, and I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to push it or whatever, force you to make a decision on something you're not comfortable with. So it's like, screw it. I'll just make the decision.
Well, and that's another one of my quirks is I don't like confrontation at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
nope.
And it's not even like confrontation.
Yeah.
Confrontation is one thing, but it's like if there's anything about it that I don't want to deal with it. I know one of my catchphrases that you hate is you're like, hey, you want to go out to eat tomorrow? And I always responds like, we can do that.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's not an answer.
That's not an answer.
Do you want to or not? Yeah, we can do that. And you're like, that's still not an answer. You're not definitively saying anything.
Or give you a list of places we can go. Yeah, we can do that. All those are fine with me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I know that's annoying to people, but that's who I am. I'm always like, we can do that. And because I don't want to decide. I don't want to make a definitive statement of like, no, I don't want to do that. Even if I felt inside, no, I don't want to do that. I'm still going to say, we can do that.
Sure.
Because I'm just going to go with the flow.
We can do it. Which is weird. You have no problem telling me no.
I do.
No.
Yeah, I
do.
You
really don't.
I don't tell you no very often.
No, we don't want to do that. No, let's do it this way.
Sometimes.
You are now. It took a while for you to build up, though.
Sometimes.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. But even then, I'm just like, this is what I think. But you do what you want to do. That's kind of the way I am. But that's just, you know, I don't want to hurt feelings, or I don't want to make people upset, or don't, you know, I try my best to not do that. So that's just one of my quirks.
You just don't want confrontation.
One of my little things.
Yeah, I don't want to be confronted. I don't want to confront. I don't feel like dealing with this.
Right.
Which is funny, because anytime I've ever seen you be confronted, you defend yourself very well. And I don't mean like aggressively or anything. Right. You have very sound logic behind why you do what you do.
Yeah.
And when you do something or somebody asks or whatever, you always have like a list of reasons why. Like, are you just coming up with, like, I think in the background, I'm thinking, he's improvising this whole thing. There's no way you've thought it through that deep. And I know you. Like, I know you haven't. But the reason you can do that is because typically you're on the side, the safety side of it. Mm-hmm. You don't make controversial calls. You don't make controversial decisions. You don't make do things controversially. It's usually there's a sound set of reasons why you do what you do and you say what you say.
Right.
Makes sense. But to like anybody else, like, man, he is a genius, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh.
Yes, I am.
No, he's not.
I am a genius.
Like, he's not a genius.
I'm glad you finally said that.
Yeah.
Because now we have it on documentation. We have it on video.
Other people say that?
We have it on audio.
I agree.
That June 7th, 2022, James declared that I'm a genius.
False.
So,
you're a
everybody.
Liar. There, I declare you're a liar. How about
that? Another quirk you have that I mentioned it just the other day, is your burger situation. That you...
that's all sandwiches, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you have to deconstruct and reconstruct.
If they would make it right the first time, I'd leave it alone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There is one Nope. Yes, there's one restaurant that makes the hamburger the right way the first time, and then I don't have to open it up and redo it. One.
Who is it?
That I've ever been. Now, I haven't been to all of them, and I shouldn't say that.
Right.
Let me say.
One that you've been to.
The ones that I've only been to one restaurant that has made a hamburger that made it one. I didn't have to unwrap it and redo it. I unwrapped the first one out of habit.
Right.
And I haven't unwrapped one since then because they've been perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Red Robin.
Red Robin.
And it comes wrapped up in this little wax paper and everything. Like, it's just...
I've never had a Red Robin. I've never been to one. I've seen them.
You're missing out. Yeah.
I've always wanted to.
Delicious. Good stuff. And their fries are amazing. And their onion rings. Great. And their strawberry lemonade.
Yes.
And their Caesar salad. No,
just keep on listening to their whole menu.
And it's just all good. It's all good. Yeah. Except for the mushrooms.
Right.
No, that's the only place. But I don't know what caused that. I don't know when it started. And I don't know what set that off in my head. I think it came from... No, I can't even venture to make a guess. I've always been that way. From, like, making my own sandwiches at home as a kid during the summer. Mm-hmm. Like, we never ate sandwiches for lunch because we were never home for lunch. We were always either working with my grandparents or at school or out and about. But in the summertime, my parents would work and we had to fend for ourselves. And it was going to be sandwiches, you know what I mean? Like bologna sandwiches, like nothing fancy. So it is what it is. But I remember as a kid, like sitting around the house trying to imagine something to eat. Like, either to make a sandwich out of leftovers. We got some meatloaf.
Right, yeah.
A good meatloaf sandwich is actually pretty good. Or do we use whatever? And I remember thinking, my brother taught me how to do it when I was little. Taught me how to spread mayonnaise and peanut butter and jelly on the sandwich. And he's very particular. Like, he's a quirky guy already.
Right, yeah.
Like, I guess you want to call it. Very particular. And I remember trying so hard to get the mayonnaise perfect, because he's my bigger brother. He's my hero for a long time, I wanted to make him proud. Like, I'm going to spread this stuff. It's great. So stupid. But then I got real meticulous about all the other stuff, too. So it just kind of stockpiled on me. It just kind of grew over time. Yeah. And it got to the point where I can't stand eating a sandwich that, one bite is bread and meat and the rest of them are vegetables, cheese, all the good stuff.
Just sliding off.
It just makes me irritated. Yeah. Like, it really, really does. It's so hard to get a sub sandwich and not redo it, which I do. I open it up, I reposition everything, make sure it's in the right place, and then I close it back and I enjoy my sub sandwich. Yeah. Same thing with burgers. McDonald's is pathetic in how they make them. Like, it's never on, it's way off center. I have to, it makes me, it hurts. It physically hurts me. I know it's such a stupid thing to see how they squirt mayonnaise on one side and not on the other. And there's like one pickle folded over and three more stacked on top of each other. And I'm like, the onions aren't even close. And the buns, not the bun, the burgers themselves, you get like a double meat. Yeah. They're always like askew, like sliding or moving one or the other. And I'm like, it just...
You can't stack it right.
I have to undo the real quick with the cheese on it and kind of restack it and then re-put the whole thing together. And I'm like, finally, I get to enjoy this burger. It makes no sense. I know there's no reasoning or science behind it. To me, it's going to be better.
Yeah. Well, and you're right, and you probably are right. I'm just of the I don't know.
No, I'm not right. I know I'm not. I just can't stop doing it.
The team, I guess you could say, I'm just too lazy to do it. Yeah. Like, I'm just like,
I'm
going to unwrap it
and
just do it. Yeah. I'm just going to eat what they give me.
And it's honestly, it's how I should be, but it's one of those little things.
But you're probably experiencing something better than the rest of us. One thing that, another quirk of mine, speaking of sandwiches, is I don't like cold sandwiches. I don't like anything. If it's a sandwich, it has to be warm. I don't care what it is. If it's like bologna and cheese, ham and cheese.
That's so weird.
I'll put it in the microwave.
There's some delicious cold sandwich, but you don't like vegetables. So
it's true.
You didn't for the longest time. Like, you wouldn't eat lettuce or tomato or ham. Like, none of that stuff goes on your hamburger or sandwich. Period. Right. Yeah. But once you get over that, and you decide to come to the right side.
Well, I will eat lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise on a burger now. Yeah. I went for 29 years, until Heather made me eat one. because before it was just cheese and ketchup. That was it. That's all that went on my burger. That was it. That was it. And then Heather's like, just try it. Just try one bite of it. And I was like, fine, I like mayonnaise. I'll do it just to make you happy.
Yeah.
And I tasted it, and I was like, man, that tastes good.
Yeah.
So from then on, I've been like, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. I have grown a little. You know, I've grown in my culinary field.
Your palate has developed a little bit.
Like now I love spicy things. I even started eating pickles lately. Jalapenos, love them. You know, stuff like that. But even still, that quirk about it having to be warm is still there. I don't like cold sandwiches. I don't like it. And to me, if I'm eating something that's cold, it's ice cream. It's, if anything else, I want it warm. I don't want anything cold. It's weird to me. I don't know where I got it.
Ice cream can be cold.
Yeah, you know,
or desserts.
Yeah, like a dessert is cold, but any real food has to be warm. Can't eat it cold.
Okay, that's the definition of a quirk. Then.
Yeah, and see, that's weird, but that's who I am. It's my kind of weirdness that I bring to the table.
Yeah.
So
you're bringing it to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have those kind of quirky things. But yeah, and of course, there's all kinds of other quirks in our own families that I'm sure we can talk about without hopefully not ruining our family life and getting everybody against us.
Like, chill out. I have to go home after this.
No. Right, exactly. But our wives have quirks. They have little things that that they like, and they like it a very specific way.
Yes.
Yeah, and you just got to do it the way they want to do it. My wife is adamant about towels being folded a certain way. And I don't know if that's across America, if everybody's wife is that way.
Yep. Well, I don't know. But my wife is her and Donovan, like my son, go at it all the time over the way the towels and wash rags are
folded. And I'm thinking, it's just a towel. Who cares? Yeah. You know, you're going to unfold it.
As long as it's not wadded up.
Right.
If one way takes up less space, let's do it that way.
But no.
Nope.
No. They will go to war.
They need to be uniform.
War. My wife will lose her mind over a towel folded differently than what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And rightfully so. In my opinion. If you do the majority of the folding, you do the majority of the laundry.
Yes.
Fold it how you want to fold it.
Yes.
So that has been my policy thus far in marriage, and I will keep it that way.
Right. I
have a particular way that I feel towels should be folded, and it's pretty close to what my wife does.
Right.
So, to me, there are no issues. Like, my son just wants to be lazy. That's why he doesn't want to do it. But
that's probably
it doesn't matter to me. It's one of those things that are like, and there's a lot of them that go along with that. How my wife loads a dishwasher, not how I've never as a kid we never used the dishwasher.
Right.
So when I wash dishes or get dishes ready, I wash them, I stack them in the sink.
Yeah.
So that they can dry and they can be put up later. Her thing is you rinse them. It doesn't matter. Like, it is a quirk that I don't understand, and we're always going to be opposing views. But she does the majority of the dishes. So I will do how you want me to do.
Exactly.
Occasionally, I will wash a few dishes and put them in the sink if they're the only dishes there.
Yeah.
That way, we don't have to load anything extra in the dishwasher. How she would prefer it is if I just rinse it and put it in the dishwasher so that the dishwasher would fill and she can run it. The way when I'm home more than she is, the stuff stays in the dishwasher longer.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how much I want to push the precedent. Like, just wash the dish and put it in the sink. We can put it up tonight. Nope. We're going to load the dishwasher.
You have a story about when you and Megan were first married about where to place the spoons.
Oh, my gosh.
The silverware.
Yeah, the silverware in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
little war.
It was the most passive-aggressive war ever played out. Yeah. We moved into our first house together. Not when we lived in the basement of somebody's house when we first got married for a few months. And, it was a 2-story deal. I say basement. It was in Alaska. That's just how most of the houses are built. And we rented it downstairs, but it was time to go. I mean, it was really bad. So we got out of that situation, and we got our own house, and it was a beautiful house. It's big, and it was really exactly what we needed. So we're setting up the kitchen, we're unpacking, and everything gets put away. And I noticed, like, where the stove, and to the right of the stove is a set of drawers, and right to the right of that is the refrigerator. And that top drawer is where I saw she had put the silverware, like spoons or forks and knives or whatever. Yeah. And I thought, well, that's an odd place for them. Now, it's either that or no. That's where I wanted them. Right. Because stove it's counter, all right there. It goes all the counter was like a U shape almost. On the right hand side of it, the very end of it was the stove. Right next to that is the refrigerator. Right. In my way of thinking, you get you go from the sink. Put the stuff out. You make your plate. Grab a silverware. Right. Get something out of the fridge if you need to, and then grab silverware. However you want to do it, or grab some of the silverware. You need a knife or fork to eat it, or a spoon. Grab it right there. That's where most of the activity is. Right. Yeah. Her thing is the drawer closest to the dishwasher, which to me was like that doesn't make any sense. That's over there though. Yeah. Like, who's gonna make their food? And you have to go back to the line, and then because we have 4 in our family, but we like to have people over. Right. Anyway, it's a quirk. It's a nut, it's what makes sense to me. Yeah. But anyway, she packed it away and whatever, and I went, that's not the right place. Oh, and I didn't think it through. I was just like, I think it should go in this drawer. So I opened that drawer and I put it over there, closed it, and I thought it through, and I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's where they should go. And then I went to work and did whatever, and it was the next day, and I was getting ready to go to work, and I opened the drawer to get something out of there, and it's gone. I'm like, what? Oh, I closed it, and I can't run it back over, and it's like, oh, it's back over here. So I took it out, and I put it back over there, and I was like, that's where it's going to go. Right. You know? And then I went to work, and I came home, and it was the next day, and I'm getting ready, and it's right back where it was. It's like back to the other drawer again. I'm like, okay, this is a thing. And I had to stop and think about it. Like, really take a deep, hard look at what you're doing here. Like, you don't do the dishes. Like, she did the dishes. Like, she had the dishwasher. She loaded it. She unloaded it. It doesn't matter. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I had to come to that thing. Yeah. But it was like, it went on for a few days and we would just, I know she would do the same thing. She'd go get ready for work and open the drawer, and it would not be there. Right. And then she's like, that jerk put it back in the other drawer. We'd only been married for like less than a year, I believe, or maybe around a year. But I know it got a little heated, you know what I mean? But to ourselves, of course. Yeah. We weren't about to yell at each other over knives and forks, but we would passive-aggressively just like, I'm just going to change drawers until, not tell you or whatever. Yeah. It was so petty and small and stupid. But as usual, she won because it only makes sense though. Like, as I was starting something over something that didn't mean anything. Yeah. So rightfully so. It was a stupid call. But
well, typically wives win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's
they win.
Well, typically they're right.
Yeah,
I mean, like
exactly.
They're thinking
typically
of
they
it,
win. Like, whatever.
From a different direction or different angle.
Do it your way.
And when it comes to things around the house, because that's what the majority of the fights are over, or arguments.
Yeah,
because they're doing the majority of the stuff, like the little things, like not little, but like laundry and dishes, and they're doing the organizing, the cleaning, the running the kids. Like making sure they're
their
doing
domain.
Their thing. We're just
visiting.
Yeah.
We're just like,
we're just visitors. Like, we're just on.
This is your world. Yeah,
we're on furlough.
Exactly. But there are quirks and things like that do rub people the wrong way.
Sure.
And get on people's nerves.
Yeah.
One thing that bothers me, and I don't say, and I'm not saying this to hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that, but one thing that bothers me, and I don't think it's a quirk, I don't think it's a quirk that people intentionally do. But when people use words, but they don't use them correctly,
right?
it just irritates me.
Right.
Or
indubitably.
Yeah. And it's not because they're not using the word correctly. It's because they're saying it incorrectly. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying I'm a genius at it, because I know I use words incorrectly and I irritate myself at it.
Sure.
Or use a word wrong or can't pronounce it right.
Like in the wrong context, is that what you're saying? Or pronouncing it wrong?
Pronouncing it wrong. Because everything in me, and I really have to stop. I have to make myself not correct them because I don't want to be rude or point it out to them. Right. So I'm just like, so in my brain, I'm just like, you said it wrong, you said it wrong, you said it wrong, you said it wrong. Yeah. That's not how you say it. Yeah. That's a good one example. The other day, I went to pick up Zimri at school. Yeah. And I'm in the office to pick him up last day of school, and there's a guy in front of me, and he's talking to the lady, and apparently during the school year, his daughter got her earbuds. Oh yeah, confiscated. Yeah. And he was trying to get them back. Well, he was in front of me, and he's talking to the lady, and he said, "Yeah, I need to get something out of constification."
Constification.
Yeah, and I was like, "That's not a word," but I didn't dare say it. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, people misspoke, misspeak, get tongue tied."
It's not a word people use in sentences every day.
Yeah.
And if I don't stop and think, I'm going to say it wrong, too.
But then he just kept saying it. He's like, it was constificated.
It was constificated last week.
And they put in constification, so I needed that constification. Yeah. And he said it like 5 times. Yeah. And I'm behind him, and I'm like, it's that's not how you say that word. Yeah. And it's just like in my brain, and I can't say anything because I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to get beat up in school. Sure. Because this dude, this dude was bigger than me. So I was like, I'm not going to correct him on his grammar. But stuff like that, just I don't know why, but it just I'm like, that's not the word. I was talking to another example. I was talking to a guy when I worked at adult probation, and he came in and was telling me about how he used to have 2 jobs, and then he lost one and he got 1 job. Yeah. And he kept saying, I used to have 2 incomes, not incomes.
Yeah, incomes.
Income with an M. And he kept saying, I used to have 2 incomes, now I only got 1 income. And he kept saying the word income a ton of times. And I was just sitting there in that room trapped with him. Yeah. And I just so badly want to say it's not income, it's income.
Sure.
But I couldn't, so I'm just there, and it's not I'm not bashing or trying to pick on people. It's just something in me or
it's cringy is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's a little cringy, and the reason, in my opinion, reason we don't like things like that, you don't like the feeling of being cringe, like you don't like that.
Yeah.
So you want to avoid that at all costs, and things that make you cringe are when people think they're doing something that's right, but they're actually doing it way wrong, and they don't know it. But you don't have the button to say, hey, sir, it's confiscated.
Yeah.
You know what? It's confiscated. Yeah. And she had her headphones confiscated.
Right.
Or
I'm not going to do that.
Income. It's in with an N. Income.
Income.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 incomes and blah, blah, blah. Right there could have been fixed, and it's not even that awkward. But you don't have that.
I don't have that in me.
You don't have that button.
I can't
never tell somebody they're doing something wrong or saying something wrong.
No.
I've heard people, I've seen you talking with people, sometimes strangers, sometimes people we know, and they're doing something or saying something, and you're just like, you're shocked.
Yeah.
But you just keep the same look. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And I'm knowing I just can't help but laugh at you because you will not correct them. You will not make it right.
Nope.
It's so funny.
Going to keep the peace.
It's the cringy part of it that makes us uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be around it, so it irritates me until you just kind of my thing is when something makes me cringy, then I feel sorry for that person.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's just such a deep, sympathy, aww.
Yeah.
And it's only because, I would be really embarrassed if I found out I was saying the wrong word.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I wouldn't be. It's just something I build up in my head.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to correct them.
Yeah.
I don't want them to feel like they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
or social media posts do it to me too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Horrible.
You're an adult with spell correct, and how are you typing something that doesn't make any sense?
It's so far off base. Yeah. Your spell check doesn't even work.
Exactly.
Like your autocorrect is like, nope. Let's just let's let them go for it.
And I get every now and again, somebody makes a mistake, you forget a word, you forget something. I get that. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah. But I'm saying like, whoever typed that, didn't think twice. Like they were just hitting random buttons, hoping it was going to work out. Oh, and hoping that whatever thought they had in their head was just going to magically appear on the screen.
I want to be the first one to post this.
Yeah,
trust me.
Like
you're
that
the
doesn't
only
make
one to post this.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
And usually they're related to me or something, and it makes me cringe even further. I'm like, oh,
or someone you spend like way too much time with, and it's like, oh no, I have to be around this person.
Yeah,
like you've got to stop posting things on Facebook. Exactly. You need to stop.
You need to stop.
That is a quirk. It's like I don't like incomplete sentences on Facebook, or thoughts that make no sense whatsoever. Or like. You're doing part lyrics, and part poem, part whatever, and we're just supposed to know. Why don't you, give us the whole thought, and then we'll see your thought process.
Yes.
And then maybe understand the concept of what you're trying to say a little bit easier. But I don't know if those are quirks or if those are just like...
Irritations?
I'm not sure.
Stuff that get on our nerves.
Yeah. But I have a theory. We got to wrap up, but we're getting close to our hour here, but... I have a theory. This is how I feel. You tell me how you feel.
Okay.
Of why quirks bother us, or why quirks make us, like, why do we care if people have these little things, right?
Right.
Like, why do I care that you have quirks? Like, why does that bother me or make me whatever? And to me, it boils down to you're just not doing it the way I would do it.
Exactly.
And it just speaks a bit to us. Like, is there more than one, like the old saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat? No.
Right.
I've never skinned a cat. I don't know more than one way to do that.
Exactly.
And nor do I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is more than one way to accomplish something.
Yes.
And more than one way to accomplish having a conversation.
Yeah.
There's more than one way of doing it. And it doesn't have to be my way to get it done. That's what creates diversity. It's what creates like different people, different understanding, different ways of getting to the same conclusion, or sometimes completely different conclusions. But I think what annoys me the most is the fact that someone would dare do it different than me, because I know my way works.
Is right.
It's right. There's more than one way to eat a taco.
Yes.
See, a taco originates and is from a certain culture.
Yes.
It originates from a certain, like, why did that culture pick it up? Well, it was cheaper to make. They had the stuff to do it. Then they got passed down. This got mixed with this, and then now we have these.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think somebody just sat down, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some tacos, man.
Right.
No, it was a mixture of, like, what can we do with this tortilla?
Yeah, that we have.
How do we do
hand.
with the hamburger meat we got and with these spices? You know what I mean? Like, eventually,
it just came
about. It wasn't hamburger meat at first. I mean, it was whatever's laying around. Like, but it doesn't matter. Is there a right way and a wrong way to eat a taco? Yes, but only because it's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Same thing with sandwiches. Same thing with like
anything,
pronouncing words correctly, or I do it a lot too. I said Canada for the longest time.
Canada.
Because it was funny to me.
Yeah. And
then I tricked myself into thinking that's how you say the word.
Right.
And I've said it in real important conversations, like
Canada.
I mean Canada. I'm so sorry. And it's real funny, and everybody laughs at me instead of with me.
You, yeah.
And I don't like that. So it's like, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's not Canada, but it is. Like, whatever. We don't have any Canada listeners. I wonder why.
Exactly.
I can't even pronounce the stupid country, idiot. But yeah, that's my reasoning. Like, I think it's just because it stems from, like, you're not doing it my way, or you're making me feel uncomfortable, and I don't like that. You know what I mean?
To me...
But ketchup and sour cream is gross.
No, it's not. It's great. It's delicious.
There's more than one way to eat a taco. Yeah. And I'll let you slide on the American cheese. That's fine. But the ketchup
Yes.
is so offensive.
No, it's not.
It's so offensive.
No, it's not.
And then to throw like sour cream on there.
No, it's delicious.
Again, to me.
To you.
And that's why it makes it,
offensive.
like so fun to talk about.
Yeah, and cringy.
And it gets so cringy. I'm so cringy. I can only, like, here it is.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought it up today.
Why?
The taco. I don't, because I feel so cringed about it. Like, this be transparency.
Yeah.
I don't like that you talk about it to other people. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
I don't want people to know
I don't
that
care.
I know. You're not, this is my quirk as much as it is yours. You eat tacos wrong.
No, I don't.
But there is no wrong way to eat a taco.
I got no shame in my game.
It's just obviously. But are you? You can argue. Are you eating a taco at that point? Are you even doing that? No.
More like a
there's
hamburger.
Tons of arguments or whatever.
Spin.
It's basically a hamburger and a crunchy tortilla shell. But that's okay.
That's basically it.
But again, that's my point of view. My point of view is it just because it makes us uncomfortable. It makes us cringe a little bit and causes a reaction in us. Therefore, it's your quirk.
Yeah.
You're just being you. Like you're eating a taco what tastes good to you.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it a quirk necessarily. So do we have quirks? No, I don't think so.
Right.
What is we're being us.
Yeah.
Therefore, I deem that you have a quirk.
Yes.
Not that you have a quirk. You know what I mean? And there's the difference in the word. Or like there's the difference of like why it's important to kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
They're just words we make up to give it a nice definition to something somebody else does that causes a reaction in us.
Sounds better than saying, that guy's a weirdo.
That
guy's
so
quirky. It sounds better.
Freaky.
Sounds better.
He's got some quirks.
Yeah.
He has a few quirks.
Yeah.
What you're saying is he does things that makes other people
uncomfortable
or causes a reaction in others.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not eating a sandwich wrong.
No.
I mean, I'm eating how I eat a sandwich. But to everybody else to be like a you know what I mean? Like watching
what are you doing?
A monkey try to do surgery. Like, what is he doing?
Right.
You odd, stupid little monkey. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you're right. I think, and I know we're coming to a close, but one of the things that I think, and it's the same, just piggyback on what you just said, but a quirk, the reason why we care about them is because it upsets the balance in our own world. Because we've struck a balance of like going on the taco thing, like this is what a taco is. This is the definition of a taco.
Right.
And when someone comes with a different spin and a different thing, it just upsets our cart. It upsets our logic and our theology about life and be like, no, you're wrong. That can't be done because this is not how it's done. This is how it's done. Right. This is what it needs to be.
Yeah.
And everyone has that. Everyone has that, their world about the way they've lived, the way they were raised, the way, we've all been raised by different people. So there's things that we've been raised in that if someone else comes with a different perspective or a different view, it's going to upset our world. It's going to upset our balance.
Opposing,
and it makes us get a little bit like, no, you're wrong. You're weird. That's
you're
not
changing
how you do
my reality, and I don't like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's something we can learn from because I'm not saying we should just abandon ship on our morals or beliefs or our standards.
Or our tacos.
But, or tacos for that matter. Do what you want to do. And and if you don't want to put ketchup on your taco, then don't.
Yeah.
You're not going to offend me. But if I want to sit next to you and put it on mine, it doesn't mean we can't be friends. It doesn't mean we can't.
No, we can coexist. We just don't eat tacos together.
Exactly.
That's okay. Our relationship is based on way more than just tacos.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
Or whatever it is, whatever quirks it is.
Or if we go to a restaurant, I know I can have a taco.
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
Because they're not going to put.
No.
You can't special order. I want a slice of American cheese.
Right.
Taco meat and ketchup and sour cream, please.
Yeah. Do you have
They
Kraft?
would not. Yeah. Can I see your cheese list, please? Is it Kraft singles?
Singles.
I'll have some Kraft singles, please. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm that
Bottom
guy.
line. Here's the summary today.
Yes.
Don't stop being you.
Right.
Because it makes somebody else uncomfortable.
Right.
You be you.
Yeah.
It's what gives us diversity. It's what gives us spice. It's what gives us the flavor. You would have never known how much you love jalapenos.
Nope.
Because you made up your mind when you were 5.
Yeah, that these are gross.
That spicy equals yucky equals I ain't doing it. And your mom, God bless her, love her. Mm-hmm. She didn't make you do anything, right? Especially when it came to food.
Yeah, when it came to food, no.
You did ketchup and everything because at least he's eating it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
My family was the opposite. You'll eat it because it's on your plate, because if you don't, you won't eat the next meal, period. Like, you're not going to eat for a while. So it was like, you know what, I'm going to find ways to make this tasty.
Right.
Because I don't get the option. Do we have ketchup in the house?
Yeah.
Yes. My dad refused to let me put ketchup on stuff. Like, why do we have it?
Yeah.
Why do we have this delicious thing right here that I've never even had before?
Yeah.
Or like I can't have on food. He wasn't going to let me mix it and stuff, though when I've had it mixed in things, I thought, oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. He would just throw a fit. It was his quirk. It was his thing. Well, his quirk with us.
Passed,
you know what I mean? Like,
you.
This is something we wanted, but it made him uncomfortable, so we weren't allowed to do it.
Right.
Vice versa. It's what gives us. I made you eat jalapenos on a burger one time, and kind of pressured you into ordering them, and you loved it.
Yeah.
And you haven't turned back since.
Nope.
And you're like, spice equals tasty.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like you try things, of course.
Right.
You want people to expand their horizon in different areas, but you have to do what makes you you.
Yeah.
So it gives us variety. And be willing, like, and for those who just have so many problems with the way everybody does stuff, this is me.
Right.
Like, open yourself up a little bit and give the world a chance.
Right, exactly.
Try it their way once or twice. It's okay.
It may be horrible. It's going to be all right. Hate it. It's fine.
Right. It's not just food, but like ways to have a conversation.
Yeah.
To have fun. To consification.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I want to
try saying it a few times. You may like
next time you get pulled over, ask the police officer. This isn't like a confiscation type offense, is it? Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you say? Yeah, my car's not going to get confiscated, right? Confiscated.
Because I only got one income.
Yeah, I'm living on one income, bro. And you know, of course he's gonna, he or she, gonna freak out. That's okay.
They may have pity on you. And
yeah. Oh. But it doesn't matter. It's just you have to enjoy the life we're given. We only have this short while here, so it's no sense in looking for reasons why everybody else is wrong and why you're right. You know, don't build yourself. Don't seem wise in your own eyes. It's not good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Quirks.
We've
all got them. Any more words, sir? Are you good?
No. Just
you want to add anything?
Share your quirks with us.
Yeah. Let us know. Comment. Please get on there. Comment. Let us know the strangest quirk you have, or that your, a significant other, sibling, family member, whatever. Let us know. That'd be pretty funny.
Right. And if they're brave enough to try ketchup on a taco, let us know
don't do
how it went.
Just don't do it.
With sour cream, though.
That should die with you.
The mixture has to be there.
Nope.
If you run it right.
It'll live and die with you, sir.
So
some things you should try. Some things are just an abomination that,
no,
doesn't deserve life. Just kidding. Doesn't deserve life. Your tacos need to die. Moving on. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
On that note, see, we're really positive till you brought up the taco thing again. You messed me up. No, seriously, I'll try it. Yeah. And let us know. If it's the new thing, then I'll be the donkey. And,
you'll be the odd man out.
You were so wrong, stupid face. And I will have to just eat that. So I won't eat the taco, but I'll eat the fact that I was wrong if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Let us know. Please comment. Get on Facebook. Get on TikTok. Get on everything. We're there. Twitter. We're on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on Twitter. Yeah.
Twitter has gone green, so we are huge fans of Twitter.
Elon Musk made it electric.
It went green, and they no longer use diesel fuel to power their internet. So they're almost 100% electric. Yep. So we're happy. All right, guys. That'll be it for today. We will see y'all next time.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We're going to talk about phobias.
Yes. What scares us.
Things that make us scary. Not make us scary. Make us scared. There you go. All right, guys. You guys have a great week. We will see y'all on the flip side.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye.